What's up, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Madonna, and we're going back to the 1987 soundtrack for the film Who's That Girl? And the next track is The Look of Love. I don't know, it suggests a few different things, I suppose, all related, but ultimately it could be someone who has the look of love, meaning they're on the prowl, they're looking for an intense, passionate connection. It could be the look of someone who's, basking in the emotional state of being in love, so it's sort of an ongoing and very present thing in their mind. And it could also be the look of someone who has been through such an experience and, maybe is in the afterglow, whether, more literally or conceptually. So yeah, it speaks to passion, it speaks to, love, the most intense perhaps of positive human emotions, but, the degree to which that is ongoing or potential or past remains unclear, and ultimately, I imagine it'll be in some sort of narrative context, or at least like a visual snapshot. So let's find out. This is Madonna, and in fact, it's fair to say it may directly relate to the contents of the film, which again is sort of a romantic comedy from what I understand, but not having seen the film, any specifics in that regard will probably go over my head. Either way, this is The Look of Love by Madonna from the 1987 soundtrack album for Who's That Girl? Mysterious xylophone style. bass just grooving along the like more rapid fire, like higher percussion. I don't know, it sounded like not maracas, but some sort of like, you know, a shaking type of percussive sound. And then, as I said, that melody that really caught my attention, almost like a xylophone style, and that it, you know, sounded like a struck melody more than like a plucked melody, but also the acoustic guitar really stood out when it came in. The whole tune had this melancholy to it, or this kind of deep heaviness and sadness, which from what it sounds like, it's, you know, she had to learn through the experience of love, and it's only, you know, through, you know, those experiences that she now knows, you know, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from the look of love. And was it the eyes of pride? The eyes of pride line, I'm less certain how to, like, you know, connect, but again, the idea that like only through going, like, you could read any book you want, you could, you know, study any theory that you want in relation to human behavior and emotion and so on, but it's not until you actually experience things like this that you really get it, that you really understand. But yeah, it sounds like a relationship is over, and that, you know, he has moved on, and she's super sad about it, and she doesn't know how to let go. Like, that's the thing that she, you know, never learned in any of these books. So the look of love maybe is a much sadder look than I was thinking. It's, you know, a forlorn look, a look where, you know, she can't stop looking behind, even though she knows it's gone and it's not there anymore. So, I don't know, like, it didn't seem like the type of tune that, you know, would be in a screwball comedy. I get it, rom-coms can have sadder moments and moments where it seems like, oh, everything's in peril and it's not going to work. But you know, it felt like a tune that would not be in a screwball comedy. So, again, not to say that, you know, these tunes are used in full in, you know, movies. Oftentimes it's 15 seconds, 30 seconds of a tune, maybe like a minute. But yeah, it felt very heavy. And I noticed, like, when it transitioned from, like, into the chorus and then back out of the chorus into the verses, it wasn't like a real hard demarcation. It sort of like flowed across the measures, which I enjoyed the composition of that. So, yeah, really cool tune. And it's interesting. Like, I know as we've gone through the Madonna catalog so far, there's been moments where even people who are very fond of her work are like, you know, she maybe sort of phoned this one in, or it's just a bit too generic or whatever. I feel like, you know, this one maybe doesn't fall into that category. I'd be curious to hear what people think, and I get it, like, different tunes, you know, different strokes for different folks, but this one felt a bit more, you know, heavy and complex emotionally, in terms of, you know now what that experience is, and you know you should move on, but you're still sort of hung on it. So it's not like just, oh, this is, you know, you're my lucky star, like, you're my, you know, you're perfect. So yeah, it's an interesting one, and I'm curious to hear, again, like, how this was used in the movie, if it was actually in the film. So in any case, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.